God can turn it around and use it for good. But I need somebody to stop counting your problems. Stop counting who wasn't there for you. Stop counting who wronged you. And start counting on the Lord who never fails. Count on the Lord who does all things well. And can I pause to say this? And this may help somebody's faith. Instead of counting your problems, why don't you spend this afternoon and count your blessings? Oh God, I've got a sneaky suspicion that if you counted your problems and you counted your blessings, I believe your blessings might way outnumber the problems that you have. Go ahead and thank him for your blessings. Have you counted the fact that he woke you up this morning? Have you counted the fact that there was food in your refrigerator? Have you counted the fact that when you put the key in the ignition, it started? Have you counted the fact that there is seeing in your eyes, hearing in your ears, clothes on your back, your spouse still laying next to you? Go ahead and count your blessings and give God praise. Are y'all hearing me today? Third thing this teaches, listen, I'm almost done, is that in a spiritual attack, your enemy is going to always be more obvious than your help. No, if you don't get none else, go home with this, that your enemy is going to always be more visible than your help. So, man, you gotta, you know, it's so funny because like we get so spiritual because we know the end of the story. But I'm kind of on the front end with the servant. I mean, all your homeboy is going out to do is to go get the newspaper from the lawn. And he looks up, and there in the valley is an army clad in Syrian armor. They are exalted on high steeds, and they are moving with chariots of iron. In fact, it literally looks as if there is a photography session because the armor and the chariots, the light of the sun is dancing, and it fills up the entire valley. And it's funny, friends, because I need you to stay with me and see this. So he comes in, I mean, he is shook. Your boy is broken. I can see him, man. His palms are sweaty. His appearance is disheveled. Man, he is foam coming out of his mouth. His sandal straps are broken. And he declares a message of doom to Elisha. But I love Elisha Lewis because he walks to the door as cool as the other side of the pillow. And it's crazy because Elisha looks out and sees the same predicament, but he comes to a completely different conclusion. In other words, he ain't tripping, he ain't frenzied, he ain't stirred. He's like, what you making all this commotion about? He says, I need you to look with a different set of eyes because those that are with us are more than those that are with them. And I need you to notice, saints, what Elisha prayed and what he did not pray. Notice that Elisha didn't pray, Lord, send help. No, he didn't pray, Lord, send some help. He just prayed, Lord, open his eyes so that he can see the help that is there. And when God opened his eyes, he saw chariots of fire all around Elisha. So God didn't need to send help. God just needed to show him help. Can I pause to say, somebody's praying the wrong prayer. Somebody's saying, Lord, send help, send aid, send provision. My prayer is, Lord, open their eyes remove the scales so that they can see the help is already there. The provision has already been made. That, Lord, you are already on their side. And see, this is crazy, Bobby, because see, I need you to get that it's okay to pray with your eyes open, but sometimes I like to pray with my eyes closed. Because when I pray with my eyes open, I can still see the problem, and I can still see the difficulty, and I can still see the enemy, and I can still see what's wrong. But sometimes I see better with my eyes closed. Because when I close my eyes, I can see where my help is coming from. Are y'all hearing me today, church? Now, can I say something real quick? And you're going to get offended. The reason we live so stressed, so overwhelmed, with such pitiful, pathetic faith, with our hearts always failing us for fear, is because we have lost sight of the spiritual truth that there is a help and resource and strength that comes from God that you cannot detect with empirical means. You know what the problem with some of us are? Is we can only see in one dimension. Okay, y'all still looking at me crazy. See, the problem is we can only see in one realm. No, we can only detect one reality. But how many of us know there is another realm? There's another dimension. Oh God, where the church at? That there is another reality. That there is a battle that takes place beyond flesh and blood. But I need you to know that's where the Lord does his fighting. But see, the problem, you so busy stocking up with ammunition and pepper spray. And when you fight with the wrong weapons, you're going to lose the right kind of battle. Are y'all hearing me today, church? See, I need us to understand, beloved, that there is a realm beyond what your eyes can see. And that's funny because some of us are looking at me crazy because you're so linear in your thinking that all you can see is what is. And this is where y'all being so educated actually turns on your faith, because you got to realize there's a world beyond science. There is a world beyond math. There is a world beyond arithmetic. There are spiritual realities and truths that you've got to maintain a sensitivity to. Are y'all hearing what I'm saying? And what I'm saying to somebody today is that, see, the issue with Elisha, it's not that he didn't see the Syrian army. No, he saw the army, but because he could see in another dimension, he was also able to see the Lord's host. And what I'm saying to somebody today is that we see or believe in things that we can't see. We can't see molecules, but we believe them. We can't see germs, but we believe in them. We can't see atoms, but we believe in them. And the only way we can see them is that there are microscopes that allow us to see in another dimension. And what I'm saying is that when you look through the eyes of faith, God allows you to see realities